Hey everybody, welcome back to Timber and Trades. I was going to use all camera audio on this short video, but it wasn't the greatest in a lot of spots, so it's going to be a hybrid of narration and camera audio. Anyway, I fired up my furnace for the first time this year and it doesn't make heat. So right now the blower motor is running and I can feel the intake air pulling into the combustion fan, but I'm getting an error on the circuit board. We're going to be looking in this little window right here which shows a blinking LED when there's an error code. I'll turn this light off so you can see it. So you can see here the LED on the main circuit board is showing 3 flashes. Now we just need to look at the schematic in the control cavity door to figure out what that means exactly. So as shown here, 3 flashes on my particular unit means there's an issue with the pressure switch. What we're looking at here is the exhaust or combustion fan. It's actually called the vent fan on the schematic. This being a gas-fired furnace, the exhaust fan removes the CO while the unit is heating. Over here, we have the pressure switch. The pressure switch makes an electrical switch based on a preset differential pressure between the suction and discharge side of the combustion fan. Think of it as a safety switch that allows operation after it's proven that the exhaust fan is running and flowing adequately. Now this tube is the low pressure or suction side of our exhaust fan. And this tube up here is the high pressure tube, which is connected to the discharge side of the combustion exhaust fan. This pressure switch compares the low pressure suction to the high pressure discharge sides of the fan and has to have a differential pressure of at least 1.65 inches of water column to pull in a diaphragm, which then allows the normally open electrical microswitch to close, completing the run safety circuit. I'm not sure at this point if my pressure switch is bad or if there's a flow obstruction in the system somewhere, so I'm going to take it apart and check it out. I've turned off the service disconnect, but never trust an electrical circuit unless you've checked it with a meter yourself. I'm checking for AC voltage on the yellow leg to ground, then the orange leg to ground, and finally, I'm checking orange to yellow because that would show AC voltage if this is an ungrounded control circuit. I should probably mention that I did check the furnace filter before I started ripping things apart, and it's still pretty clean. Now I'm setting my meter to audible continuity so it rings when I have a closed contact. So these 2 points right here should be open until there's a 1.65 inch of water column differential between the low and high ports of the switch. If I put my meter across these 2 points and it rings, we know that contact is closed when it shouldn't be. This verifies that the contact in its normal state is open, and that's good. Okay, don't laugh, but now I'm going to put some suction on the low side while I hold my meter to the contacts. The contacts close with suction. This switch is good. But what all this tells me is that I have a restriction either on the low or the high side of the exhaust fan. I'm going to check the high side first because it's easier to access and more likely to have a restriction. Oh, this is good. You're not going to believe this. Depending on how this goes, this might make for some really good YouTube TV. Well, they're not in there, so that's good. Wasp's nest. It's reducing flow. I'm going to poke this with a dryer poker. So I got this Lint Eater Pro rotary dryer vent cleaning system. I'm going to try and use that as just a poker. See if I can push the debris from this flow tube outside. Probably going to do my water heater while I'm at it because I don't know what nested in there. So let's see what we can mess up. Alright, I have the vent pipes disconnected on the furnace and water heater ends so I don't push debris into the units. I have to push from the outside in because there are some pretty radical turns where the pipes go from the basement to the outside, and while I'm impressed with how well this dryer vent kit pushed through the system, at about 20 feet away I couldn't get enough push on it to go past those bends. Alright, let's put this together and see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Ecobee thermostats on my watch. We're going to put it on heat. We're going to turn it up to 79. It's coming on. I really need to vent that to outside, but haven't got around to it yet. I heard the flame. Well, I just saved a service call to an HVAC company on a Sunday. Sweet. I hope you enjoyed and found value in today's video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps a small channel like this to grow. Thanks for watching.